About the deficit, during his intro, he mentioned that part of the major things he prioritized on as he got into office was, of course, taking away the fuel subsidy, which, according to him, had ripped off the country generally. And he did mention that kind of gave way to the supplementary budget that we saw earlier. And according to him, I mean the president, it was to kind of create a proper or a more calm environment for macro and microeconomics to grow, stabilize it for a while we look into the future. But then it also states that some of the deficit that might come as a result of this budget that we're looking at right now currently, and of course, as you have stated, having just one source of revenue income as a country, the deficit will be funded, according to him, by borrowings. So we're back to the point where we are also still borrowing, and there aren't any proper plans made to pay back what we already owe and, you know, fund the economy generally away from oil. What do you think this, you know, portends for the country?
The greatest danger we've experienced in this country is corruption. Take away corruption from our system, we certainly will have enough money to fund all areas we've budgeted for. Okay, and you see, just like it's a strict balance. One person in this country is richer than this country. One person. Going by all the testimonies we've got from court cases and all that. Individuals that are tried in this country, many of them are richer than this country. In fact, if you talk about that 27 point something trillion, one individual in this country has it. Until we have a stronger system that will checkmate individuals from amassing so much wealth that they don't need. Otherwise, it is very dangerous to actually borrow to eat. If you check so many of the recurrent expenditure, is what kills us. You know, that is the danger we have. The recurrent expenditure is where most of this budget goes, where you have all the money, larger chunk of the money goes to, and that will now trickle the amount of money you have for other infrastructure. Okay, and like I said earlier, the only source of this income is from just oil. Oil has been estimated to be at 75 per barrel. If that goes down, imagine what it looks like. And that's why during Obasanjo, yes, towards the end of Obasanjo and when Yar'Adua came and all that, we begin to see a lot of plummeting of things not actually holding at the same time, because the oil prices actually went down, and all the expectations, all the money we intend to realize from oils, we are nowhere to be gotten. Then we have no choice but to fall back to borrowing. And like he said, the supplementary budgets, like when this thing was removed, when the fuel subsidy was removed, yes, some amount of money was got. And that's where the supplementary budget comes in. The money realized from there was actually thrown into fixing other areas. But what about if we had not? So the situation here now is, if actually some of these loopholes, some of the corrupt loopholes are blocked, if we don't have anybody who comes to take the larger chunk of this money from this system, we have enough, then we should sit up, the judiciary should sit up to actually collect our money from individuals who have them, because as we speak, earlier I said that so many individuals are richer than this country. If so many individuals can even fund some of this budget, country's budget, some of the amount of money in the hands of individuals in Nigeria is far higher than some countries' budget. So one will now begin to ask, why do we actually borrow to fund our budget where we have the money? So it is still the system. Until we have such a strong system that will plug all the loopholes from people taking away money from the system, or getting the money people have taken already from the system.